Let me start off by saying this. I am not going to be doing any spoilers in this review. Hell no, not doing it. Because every video that I've seen on YouTube, someone has already, or matter of fact, plenty of people have already spoiled this movie, especially for the folks who haven't even seen the film yet. I mean, the weekend isn't even over with at the time of this recording, and it hasn't even been a full week, and folks are already spoiling the hell out of this movie. Another reason why I did everything in my power to stay off the internet and to stay away from trailers, because the only trailer that I saw was the teaser trailer back during Super Bowl weekend earlier this year. That's all I needed to see, because just like back in 1999 when The Matrix came out, when Morpheus said that you would have to go to the theaters to experience The Matrix, I waited until Deadpool and Wolverine came out of the theaters so I could have the full experience for myself. But what I will do, which I haven't done in a long time, is an after-action review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Of course, which I name are ups, downs, coulda, woulda, shouldas, all that crap. But needless to say, there's not one bad thing about this movie at all. This film gets nothing but high praises, nothing but multiple thumbs up. If I had a lot of hands, fingers, toes, whatever, don't matter. This movie hits every nail on the head. Now, I have seen some reviews saying that the plot is probably like the weakest area of this film, but come on now. We're not going to the theaters to see the plot. The title of the film is very self-explanatory. It's Deadpool and Wolverine. Because back in 2022, when Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman did that commercial, in which Reynolds asked Jackman, hey, want to put the suit back on? And he was like, sure, why not? And granted, we had to wait until now to get this film. It was well worth the wait. So, let me hit off of the points as to why I like this movie so much. This film, as a matter of fact, Deadpool's trilogy is right up there with the Guardians of the Galaxy and Steve Rogers' Captain America trilogies in the MCU. Another thing, all three of these Deadpool films, you can tell that these were personal passion projects for Ryan Reynolds. And with his involvement with all three of these films, and also him bringing to life Deadpool on the big screen, you could tell that even though Deadpool is owned by Marvel, you could tell that him, or by him doing these three films, this was his baby. And he took very good care of it and delivered on all cylinders, especially for the fans. This film is also what the multiverse of madness should have been like. It's also what the Flash should have been like with the cameos. And speaking of the cameos, I'm not going to say who's in this film, but let's just say that the cameos do not disappoint at all. Another cool thing about this film, too, is that this movie is very self-aware. I mean, this is Deadpool we're talking about, who always breaks the fourth wall, the merc with a mouth. But at the same time, as silly as this movie is, it knows when to take itself serious when needed. And of course, you got Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine with a very comic book accurate costume. I mean, it took us 24 years to get him in that costume, but it was well worth the wait. Talk about a chef's kiss. Mwah. Love it. Another thing that helped with this film, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's friendship off screen. You can actually see that it played very well into Deadpool and Wolverine's chemistry with each other on screen. Their bromance, wherever the hell you want to call it, it works. And another thing that I also like too, overall, that just because this is a Disney film, that doesn't mean that it held back, because it leaned very heavily into its R rating. And Deadpool, this movie, The characters in this film made it very aware that, yes, we're with Disney, but guess what? We're going to say fuck it, and we're going to drop all of the F bombs, all the S words, all the H words. Oh, we're going to still be Deadpool. We're still going to have the R rating that the fans came to see. And plus, I'm going to have to say that this is quite possibly one of the better MCU films post Endgame. Because back in 2019, I felt like that SpongeBob meme, twiddling my thumbs. Where to go from here? Couple of hits, couple of misses, but please believe me when I say Deadpool and Wolverine does not miss. Now, for the 1 or 2 people that are going to watch this video and comment on it, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be a jabroni and spoil this film for anybody. Take my word for it from this after action review that I did. Go watch this movie. You will not be disappointed. And trust me, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and Kevin Feige, since he was behind this film too, they give the fans more than their money's worth with this epic film. Just my thoughts, just my opinion, and as always, just saying, now go watch this damn movie.